You've been carrying it like a shadow, quiet but heavy. That nagging fear that wakes you up at 3 a.m. The anxiety that makes your chest tighten just when you need to breathe the most. And no matter how strong you've been for others, deep inside, it feels like you're crumbling just trying to hold it together. But here's the truth no one tells you. Fear isn't the enemy. Anxiety isn't a life sentence. It's a message, a signal. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to read that message, how to face fear, silence anxiety, and finally reclaim the peace that's been eluding you. This isn't a band-aid solution. This is the real transformative shift that actually works. Fear isn't the villain you think it is. We treat it like this monster that shows up just to sabotage us. But the truth is, fear is just your brain's way of trying to keep you safe. That's it. It's a signal like a blinking red light telling you to slow down, pay attention, and assess what's happening. But here's the catch, most of us don't slow down. We slam on the brakes, pull over, and stay stuck. We let the signal paralyze us instead of prompting us to look deeper. And that's where anxiety starts to thrive. In that space where fear shows up and you shut down instead of asking, what is this feeling really trying to tell me? That's the shift. You don't have to fight fear. You have to get curious about it. Because when you see it for what it is, just a message, just data, suddenly it loses its power over you. It stops being this overwhelming force and becomes a guide. The next time fear shows up, don't shove it away. Look it in the eye and ask, what do you need me to know? That simple pivot from reaction to curiosity is where your power lives. That's where you stop being hijacked by anxiety and start steering your own damn ship again. Anxiety loves a blank canvas, a messy schedule, an open-ended question with no answer. That's its playground. Your brain hates uncertainty because it equates it with danger. So when your life feels chaotic or unpredictable, your mind fills that gap with the worst-case scenarios. That's anxiety doing its job badly, but predictably. The trick is to create certainty where you can. Build structure in your day. Have rituals that anchor you, even if it's as simple as a morning coffee or 5 minutes of deep breathing. When you create predictable pockets of control, your brain feels safer, which dials down the anxiety. People wait for motivation to get organized, but that's backwards. Structure creates calm, and calm breeds clarity. You can't wait to feel less anxious to take control. You take control to feel less anxious. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to start. Your body and your mind are in constant conversation, and most of us don't even realize it. When you're anxious, your shoulders hunch, your breathing gets shallow, your heart races, and your brain reads those signals and says, yup, we're in danger. And guess what? That makes the anxiety worse. It's this vicious cycle where your body keeps telling your brain you're not safe, and your brain responds with more panic. But the good news? You can hack this system. You don't have to wait for your mind to calm down before your body responds. You can reverse engineer it. Stand up straight, roll your shoulders back, take a deep breath that fills your lungs, and move. Literally move. Go for a walk, stretch, dance in your living room. I don't care what it is. Movement shifts your physiology. And when you change your body, you change your mind. Your brain starts to register. Oh, we're moving. We're breathing deeply. Maybe things aren't as dangerous as I thought. This isn't just some fluffy advice. It's rooted in neuroscience. If you sit still, slumped over, scrolling your phone, you're basically reinforcing the lie that you're powerless. Break that loop. Move. Breathe. Reset the system. And you'll see your anxiety start to lose its grip. Avoidance is anxiety's best friend. Every time you dodge that tough conversation, avoid making a decision, or push away something that scares you, you're feeding the anxiety monster. And it grows. You think you're protecting yourself, but really, you're teaching your brain that fear is bigger than you. That's a lie. The only way to shrink anxiety is to face what you're avoiding, one tiny step at a time. You don't have to tackle the whole mountain, just the next foothold. Progress isn't about giant leaps. It's about proving to yourself that you can handle discomfort. That proof builds confidence, and confidence crushes anxiety. You are not your thoughts. Let me say that again because too many people forget this. You are not your thoughts. The problem is, when anxiety hits, your brain starts spewing out garbage. You're not good enough. You'll fail. This will never get better. And because you're hearing it in your own head, you believe it's the truth. But thoughts aren't facts. They're habits. Most of what runs through your mind on a loop is just mental junk you've been rehearsing for years, often without even realizing it. It's the voice of your past experiences, your disappointments, your fears, not your reality. So when that garbage thought pops up, don't just sit there and take it. Talk back to it. Literally question it. Where did this come from? Is this helping me right now? What's the proof this is even true? When you start cross-examining your thoughts like a detective, you break their hold over you. You create space between what you think and what you believe. And that space, that's freedom. That's where power comes back into your hands, not your anxieties. Fear multiplies in the space of inaction. Think about the last thing you procrastinated on. Was it less scary or more scary the longer you avoided it? Exactly. Fear thrives when you stay still. But here's the magic formula. Action kills fear. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to be forward. One email, one phone call, one conversation, one push-up even. When you take action, you send a signal to your brain that says, "We're doing something about this." And that immediately starts to calm the panic response. Your brain wants evidence you're capable, and action is the proof it needs. You can't think your way out of anxiety, you have to act your way through it. Anxiety's first trick is isolation. It convinces you that no one gets it, that your problems are too much for anyone to understand or care about. So what do? You pull back, you withdraw, you keep it all inside, thinking you're protecting yourself or others from your mess. But isolation is a breeding ground for anxiety. It gives your mind the perfect environment to spiral unchecked. The walls close in, and the voice in your head gets louder, meaner, and more convincing. You have to fight that instinct to retreat. Connection is the antidote. Even just saying out loud, "I'm really struggling right now," can break the spell anxiety has over you. Call a friend, text someone, join a community, speak to a coach, a therapist. Anybody who can remind you that you are not alone in this. When you open up, you pull your fears out into the light where they can't grow as easily. You gain perspective, support, and sometimes even solutions you never saw because anxiety had you blinded. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's a strategy for survival. You can't wait until you're drowning in panic to figure out how to swim. Mental strength, just like physical strength, is built daily, not during the crisis. That means you need habits that train your mind to stay calm, focused, and resilient long before anxiety shows up. I'm talking about morning routines that set your intention, journaling to process your thoughts, meditation to slow the chaos, gratitude lists that rewire your focus. It's mental fitness. The more you practice these tools daily, the stronger you get. Then, when anxiety inevitably shows up, and it will, you're prepared. You've built a mind that knows how to respond, not just react. Training your brain isn't optional if you want peace. It's necessary. Fear and anxiety don't have to be your lifelong companions. They can be signals, guides, even if you choose to see them that way. Remember, it's not about never feeling fear again. It's about no longer being ruled by it. You have the tools, the insight, and most importantly, the power to shift your life. If this message resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. What fear or anxiety have you been working through lately? Let's talk about it. This community is here to support, not judge. And if you found this helpful, Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more powerful conversations just like this. Tell me, what topic do you want us to explore next? Drop it below. Let's grow stronger together.